For making this story more exciting, I'm not going to tell you which part of this was actually the classified part until the end. I had diesel, and they take both pumps from each side and put them both inside one of the top, and there's a guy straddled on top of the tank, and it takes forever to fill one of those trucks like that. Because suddenly, oh, as a giant fucking alligator, I don't know, 12, 16 feet long. Rolling into Dade County, Florida, and near Homestead, that was pretty unique. Mind you, all the trees are cut, which is weird seeing that's just above house roof level. And I got to see stuff like a full-size van in a tree, just sitting there, stuck in a tree like that. I got to see a very nice new Mercedes convertible upside down in a tree. Kind of laughed at that one. The most impressive thing was trailer parks. If you live in a trailer park and you live in Florida or any place with hurricanes, you're asking to die. A trailer park, all the trailer parks, all the trailers were reduced to 4-foot wide pieces of metal. And that seemed to be where they ripped apart, about 3 to 4 feet wide and squarish type chunks, and they were all blown one to one side and against a chain link fence. It seems big trailer parks have a chain link fence or a farmer's field fence around them on a couple of sides, and all of them are blown apart and blown against the fence, and it's just, I'm looking at this going, wow, there's just empty pads where I know there was trailers there. Empty concrete pads. And there used to be a trailer hook there. You can see where there's still hookups coming out of the ground and shit. Wow. And some of these trailers, they all have the required tie downs and, latch bolts and all that, the hurricane straps. They all have that. Straps do. And I asked, hey, I thought these all had the straps. It's a fucking law. They're like, yeah, straps do no good, though, when the wind rips the entire trailer apart into 4-foot sections. You can see the straps are still bolted to the pads. Yeah, great. Ain't no trailer around it no more. I guess it's like the old thing of Superman catching Lois Lane. The Man of Steel, and he holds out his arms and catches her. She falls from the top of the building, and they say that because of her speed, she would just break into 3 equal parts. And he'd be left there with a dead Lois Lane underneath. It's pretty much what happened to trailers. They just got blown apart and left with Superman's arms out there. We get down, we end up setting up camp right outside their water treatment facility for the area, which, smart. Our first priority was to set up camp, and when half of the crew went and started turning that back on, the water facility, to get us drinking water first. So they had to power it with emergency power. They had to fix the leaks. They had to do everything that they have to magically do to make that shit work. And mind you, it's a huge fucking building. It's not small. Just the tank alone is, I can imagine how long it would take to walk around it. A half hour? Just to walk around it? An hour maybe? It was big. I never had to do that. I never had to go in there. I don't know not shit about water and all that. Not me. I was just a grunt laborer. We got to put up tents, all the troop tents. We put up the giant circus tents for the galley and the serving galley, which turned out to be 2 circus tents with a pole in the middle. And the pole and the hole in the tent. Really kind of neat if you never built one. Put one up. That was fun. And, there's portable refrigerator generators, and we got to help and watch them build. This was glorious on like the week, day 9 or 12. They started building what looked like gallows, for Oh, it's long enough, I'd say, for about 20, 30 people. You know, they built a nice wooden platform. They built a back bar. They built a wooden bar, a couple struts on it. We're like, what the fuck? Are they hanging nooses on it next? Is this how we're going to maintain discipline? No, it turned out that then they just ran a wire and put some shower heads, and we had naked group showers outside, which now, the first day, it didn't matter. It was great because I ain't showered in like 2 weeks, and living in South Florida at the end of August for 2 weeks is just a sweaty, miserable fucking time. And to take a actual shower with cool water that day, we didn't have hot water yet. We didn't get hot water for like a couple more days. Was still just pretty nice and amazing. But then after like a week or so, you realize this is pretty fucking gay because, you know, here's 30 naked guys all showering outside. And, you know, while the detachment is all men, there are still women visitors and other things. And while you're showering, your water is hitting the mud and some mud splashing on you, and you're showering and there's still mosquitoes fucking swarming around and other bugs flying into you while you're showering because you're outside in the middle of the Everglades. So they did eventually build some privacy screening around it and stuff, and made it more like showers you'd find at a gym, you know, something more modest. Superman catching Lois Lane. Holds out his arms and catches her as she falls from the top of the building, and because of her speed, she would just break into 3 equal parts.